that so many people have been struggling with getting stuck at the 20, 100, 200, or even 300 view mark, especially on TikTok. And it is one of the most frustrating things because you'll turn to expert A who will say, do these 15 things. You'll turn to expert B. They'll say, here's my list of 7 things. You'll turn to expert C who doesn't tell you that they actually spend hundreds of thousands on ads and just buy this one course, etc. It's exhausting. So if you watch no other video about fixing your TikTok views and increasing them exponentially, this is the one that you're going to want to watch. But more importantly, you are going to want to implement this. Now, I have a client who is in the e-commerce space, physical products, and she was stuck between 200 and 400 views with every single video. And no matter what she did, it just would not break through. Anyone else experiencing that or having that going on? So I implemented just this one strategy. And now her baseline videos are getting 3,000 to 6,000 views every single time, with many videos hitting 5 figures worth of views and several going viral. All right, so let's dive on in. You guys ready for it? Drop a yes if you're excited, because I sure am. The single most important thing that you can do to increase your views, and I'm going to give you specific examples, and I'm going to actually show you how I do this process, is to improve the hooks of your videos. Yes, that works for e-commerce. Yes, that works for skincare. Yes, that works for vloggers or day in the life, okay? Improve your hooks on your videos, and that will straight up improve your views. Now, the hook is essentially there's 3 different hooks that you use in each and every video, and that actually surprises people. So it is the first 3 to 5 seconds, aka the first line you say in each and every video, the text on screen above or below your head or whatever it is that you're focusing on in your video. But your caption is also a hook, the first line that people can see before they hit see more. Drop a yes if you're like, okay, I'm already learning something new. Now, this is kind of mind-blowing for me. I had 3 really powerful strategies that I wanted to share on TikTok. And every time I posted about them, people just weren't excited because they're really foundational. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way, but sometimes the things that we share might seem boring or basic or simple. And you're like, how come people aren't more excited about this? This is so stinking cool. And the truth is, it has nothing to do with your content not being good. I promise. It has everything to do with capturing their attention with your hooks immediately. So I redid a few of those hooks, and I'm going to share these 3 examples on these 3 TikToks. And each one took off, got tons of saves, tons of shares, brought in tons of followers. And doing that process actually allowed me to get 3 TikToks that generated nearly 100,000 followers completely organically. Okay. So I'm going to share the before and after of how I would improve hooks for my business. And I want you to follow the same process. Essentially, where I learned how to write and craft fantastic hooks is one book, and it's called Great Leads. Now, most of the time, this book is out of copies, out of print. Oh, we got surprise guest visitors. Look, we got it. Oh, the boys are in town. Okay, so Josh. Okay, so that was Paul, my husband, and his BFFL, Josh. So this book, Great Leads by Michael Masterson, a lot of times when I do big trainings on it, it spikes the sales of this book. And then suddenly it goes from being, 12 to 25 bucks to being hundreds of dollars because it's out of print. So get it on Kindle if you can, and really and truly start studying hooks. And then I'll share a few free ways that you can deep dive into fantastic hooks. Okay, so if I had a strategy about repurposing content and I wanted it to be something that pulls people in, instead of saying, here's how to repurpose content or here's how I repurpose content, listen to this made over hook. How to repurpose your content and become a content machine. Drop a yes if you hear the difference between those 2. If I wanted to share, here's how I do outbound engagement, that's going to get almost no views, even with tons of followers on any platform. So instead, I'm going to redo it as, next time you post a video, do this immediately after. Drop a yes if you hear the difference. Instead of saying, here are a few content ideas for your videos, or here's a site where you can get content ideas. Instead, I'm going to say, this is the best website for unlimited content ideas. Plus, I'm also sharing 300 content ideas that are my personal favorites. Drop a yes if you hear the difference. So essentially, the way I like to think about it is, I've got something really, really cool, and I want to get your attention. That's the most important thing. I'm going to tell you without telling you that I have a secret. You want to hear it? So think about like a dinner party and someone who starts telling a story and they don't pull people in. Usually I see this happen when people say like, how did you guys meet? And then the person answers with, well, so it was back in college, and all of a sudden everyone's kind of zoning out a little bit unless they really, really love those people. Now, when Paul and I tell our how we met story, we start with the punchline because that hook ensures that people are going to listen to the entire story. So people say, how did you meet? And I say, we actually got married 13 days after we met. Boom, hook, line, and sinker. Everyone wants to hear the story. So when you start with the juiciest piece of information, the stat, the process that no one would believe, etc. Your goal is to actually bait people for the click, or rather bait people to not scroll, and then you can deliver the amazing magic that you have. Now, my favorite place to study hooks each and every day for free is, believe it or not, BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed spends millions of dollars split testing their homepage to see which pieces of content, aka which hooks or headlines, get the most clicks and pull people in. And so you can literally watch throughout the day and see which hooks or headlines are at the top of the page and start to kind of take note of the patterns of speech that are being used. This isn't something we all naturally have, by the way. This is something that is learned. It's something that's studied. It's something that is implemented and practiced. So if you're not good at this yet, that's okay. Nobody starts out amazing at this. Learning how to grab and capture attention is a skill that pretty much anyone can develop, which I think is exciting. So I study BuzzFeed pretty much every single day. My dog decided now would be the best time to thirstily drink tons of water. This is the everybody joins. Okay, so I actually put something together for you guys to make it super simple. I studied 927 viral videos on TikTok and Reels so that I could kind of find the patterns for short form video and what seems to be performing. And I identified some pretty clear patterns, and I put together, it's either 20 or 40 of those viral hooks for you, totally for free, in my free TikTok hook bundle. So I'll drop that link for you guys, but drop a yes if you're going to take action on this. Feel free to check out my TikTok as well, where I implement this most videos. Sometimes I get lazy and skip it, and then I always kick myself later, like, why didn't I put an amazing hook on that one? Once you see the pattern, you will not be able to unsee it. So my TikTok is at the Mrs. Peterson, and I will catch you guys